Hi everybody, I am here today with my Graphic 45 Curiouser and Curiouser mini album. Now this does have a full tutorial available for sale. It will be linked in the description box below, and stay tuned to the end of the video where I will explain something a little bit different about this album and the supplies to make it. Now this album measures 7 inches by 8.5 inches. It has a 2 3/4 inch spine. It has 4 pocket pages inside. It is matted to hold 86 photos, and that is not including the large photo mats that are in the pocket. So this album will hold roughly 100 photos of 3x4, 4x4, and 4x6 photo sizes. Now, I did use some of the Graphic 45 roses here. I know they're discontinued. Hopefully you can find some other flowers to replace this if you do follow along in the tutorial, if you don't have any of the Graphic 45 flowers in your stash. I have some chipboard pieces here layered up, and I put it sideways because when I think of Alice in Wonderland, I think of things kind of being a little topsy-turvy and not necessarily always exact. So you'll see a couple of things in the album that are like that. I popped up one of the ephemera butterflies here for dimension, added some pearls here. This is also popped up with some dimension. And then there are 2 rows of pearls down the side. Now on the spine, I have this pretty paper here, and it continues on to the back as well. But then on the spine itself, I have this fur tassel, and it does have some charms. So hearts, and I think there's a Cheshire cat here, and there's a butterfly. So things that do match the collection. It will move out of the way so that whenever I open the album up, it will still lay flat, although the cover doesn't lay flat because I have a lot of dimension here with my roses. I have this tied closed with the Graphic 45 ribbon, and I did use Graphic 45 ribbon throughout my album. Now on the inside front cover, I used one of the ephemera pieces and created a tuck spot, and I have a photo mat here, room for 2 photos, and then I have one of the journaling cards here that I've just tucked behind that photo mat. For the front of page 1 here, I have, this is a magnetic closure, and I've layered up the chipboard here. So the chipboard is actually, this piece would actually fit inside of this frame, but I wanted to make it a closure. Again, just a little bit of different things for this album. This actually will remove. I added this at the end. I don't think it's in the tutorial. I added it because this is just plain, because I thought you could pop a photo down in there, but it was a little too plain, so I did go ahead and cut one of the journaling cards down so it would fit in there. Now this does have a card here, room for 2 4x4 photos there, and it just slides in the belly band here and goes underneath the frame. Then this flips up, room for a photo here, and anytime there's anything that is over top of my photo mat, it is open so that that photo can slide behind it. Then this here, I have a pocket here. Before I go any further, I do want to mention that I use decorative edge dies, and these are available for sale, and I backed them with the cardstock from Graphic 45 so that you have a different color, so that that's not as flimsy. I wanted to try something a little bit different. I added another one of the journaling cards here in that pocket. And then this flips down, and we have, this will flip again, room for 2 more photos there. And then in the center, we have a photo mat, room for 3 more photos. In each of my pocket pages, I have a large photo mat, and the whole entire mat is covered with decorative paper on both sides. That way you can decide whether you want to put a 4x6 photo or smaller photos or a spread of photos here. So very large photo mat size. For the back of page 1, first I have one of my chipboard pieces here that I made as a tuck spot or a belly band. And then I have just made this as either a journaling spot or room for smaller photos. And that will just slide right down underneath there. Then here, this is magnetized, it opens up, and we've got room for photos here, here, and a big photo spread here. In this pocket, we have another one of the journaling cards. Then over here, we have a swing tab, and then this opens up and there's room for 2 more photos. This is open, so the photo will tuck behind it. Now for the front of page 2, again, I have this turned sideways just to give it a little bit of fun. It is removable, so you can place your photo there. This first unties, and this flips up like this, room for 2 photos there, but it actually flips up again, so there's room for multiple photos. So there's a large photo spread there. And then room here, you could place a photo as well. Now behind that photo feature is a pocket, and then there's just 1 photo mat here, room for 2 photos. Then this whole thing opens up. We've got room for a photo here, and then we have a pocket on the page that has a photo mat, room for 3 more photos. This is the photo mat in the pocket of this page. Now on the back side of page 2, we have Alice as a tuck spot. I have the journaling card just tucked in there. This is magnetized, it flips open like this. We've got room for 3 photos in the center, and then we have a wallet-sized photo mat here for 2 more wallet-sized photos. Then behind this, there's a large belly band on the page, and I have room for 3 more photos here. On the front of page 3, we have another frame. Right now, it just has the card that is removable, so you can place your photo there instead, or you can leave this if you like the images. Has room here for 2 photos inside of this. Then this opens up, it is magnetized. This whole large flap flips down. On the base of the page, we have room for 4 photos. And then on this, we have a photo mat here for 2 wallet-sized photos. This opens again to full-size photos, opens again, and we've got another pocket here for 2 more wallet-sized photos. In this pocket, we have another large photo mat for your photos. Now on the back of the page, we have a large photo mat here. It does have a chipboard piece on top as like a pull. We've got 2 smaller size photos there. That does hold these flaps closed. So when we open up, we've got a pocket here that I've just tucked one of my journaling cards down in. Then down here, we have a pocket, and this has a photo feature. So it has a brad here, so it will swing, and you can place 3 photos there on that lower flap. Then in the center of the page, I just have these holding my photo mats in. There's room for 1 photo on the page, and then we've got room for 4 photos here. Now for page 4, we have a fun little feature. I wanted to try something a little different. I'll show you more of it in just 1 second. But first, we're going to do the little booklet. The booklet has 2 wallet-sized photos here, held closed by this little ribbon closure. Now, the bottom portion of my piece here has 3 chipboard pieces, but it's in layers, and they're each different layers of actual paper. So I have some cutouts. So we've got the 3 frame pieces, but I've turned them so that they actually look like it's kind of going down. So this first one is the frame. It is completely open. If I open this up, there's room for a photo here on the back. Then we've got this next piece here. I'm going to come up here. There's a swing tab. There's room here for multiple photos. This swing tab will keep these closed when I lift this up. So we've got the next layer of chipboard here. So you see the final piece is on the bottom layer. This flips up. There is room for a photo here. And then on the page, I have my belly band. I have a photo mat for larger photos, and then I have one of my journaling cards, and I've just tucked it here behind my belly band, or behind that piece, so that it doesn't fall when it's behind my belly band. And then my Humpty Dumpty centerpiece is actually on my belly band, so it's giving those different layers. So we close this and we close that, and there is a magnet there to keep everything closed. Now in this pocket, we have our final large photo mat. Now on the back of the page, we have a closure here. This opens up. There is a small journaling card there in this top flap. And then this actually is a large pocket. So I have a long photo mat there. And then in the middle here, we have another flap. It will flip up again. I just took these two little tags. I think they're so cute and I just left them like they are. So you could put little tiny photos on the back. You could put some white paper there and put photos or a journal on them if you chose to do so. But I just thought they were cute. Now this is a flap. It flips down, room for 2 more photos. Then these also have a belly band behind it so that I have room for a card for 2 regular 4x6 photos. Now on the back cover, we have one of the ephemera pieces that I have just mounted onto cardstock and fussy cut and made a tuck spot. Similar to the front cover, I have added a photo mat and another journaling card. So this is it for my Graphic 45 Curiouser and Curiouser mini album. And there is a tutorial that is available for sale. I will link it on my website and in my Etsy shop. It is always going to be cheaper on my website than it is in my Etsy shop, but if you prefer Etsy, I will list that as well. I am also going to be listing this completed album for sale on my website. So if you would like to purchase this album and just go ahead and place your photos in it, it is ready to go. So I will link that in the description box. Now for the rest of the video, I'm going to explain something that I did special just for this collection. So some of the supplies that I used, I will have available for purchase, and I'll explain a couple of different options for you, so stay tuned. I will have 8 of these available on my website if you want to purchase these and follow my tutorial to make the album if you haven't purchased your supplies yet. So you will get 1 pack of the patterns and solids, 1 pack of the 12x12, 1 pack of the 8x8 collection, the ephemera assortment, and the chipboard tags and frames. But also included with this, I'm going to throw in the metal dies that I used. So I ended up using just 2 of them. So these are the 2 that I ended up using out of the collection. There are 7 in there, but these are the 2 that I did use. You'll get the entire set, and you don't have to use these if you don't want to, but if you want to follow my tutorial and make it like I did, these are the dies. They should work on any standard die cutting machine. I have a Spellbinders Platinum, and I know they'll work on a Big Shot as well. If you order all of this, and you will get the dies as well. Again, this will be a kit. I'm going to throw in the fun fur trim for free as well as part of your supplies here. Now this does not include any trim, so there's no ribbons, there's no charms that go on the tassel, and there's none of the beads. Now I do have some of the pearls available for sale. I will link those on my website as well, but I know not everybody uses them, and I didn't actually use very many of them, and if you have something in your stash, you might not want to purchase those, so I'm going to leave those as an add-on. Now this will be linked as a kit or a collection, so all this stuff will be included. If you already have your paper and you just want to follow my tutorial, then the tutorial will be available for sale. And I will also have these available too, because I do have more than 8 of these dies, so I will have the dies listed if you just want to purchase the dies if you've already got your papers. And if you want to purchase the collection, but you want something like the charms and the ribbons included as well, then I would recommend that you go to the Scrap and Create website and you purchase the Scrap and Create bundle, because they have all of this. They'll also include the stickers and the rub-ons, and you'll have charms that match and then coordinating ribbons. So you can get the bundle on the Scrap and Create website. You'd have to purchase the dies from me, or if you already have dies that would work, you could use the dies that you have as well. Now, one final thing I am going to list for sale. So I only used half a package of the roses, so you could purchase this if you want to put roses on the front of yours and you don't have these or you can't find them. So since it's only a half a pack, it's not going to be a full price, obviously, and I only have one of them, so as soon as it's gone, it's gone. But I will list this as well, and I will link that in the description box below. So that is it for my Graphic 45 Curiouser and Curiouser mini album. I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to click on the links below. Thank you so much and have a great day.